So, what's up? Here we are. And look, if you're watching this video, you may have seen that video that I posted the other day. And look, we can all have a momentary lapse of reason. You'll just have to forgive me for that. So, here we are. We got to talk about this Phish tour a little bit before it gets going here on July 28th in Arkansas. Seeing like predictions and kind of like how are they going to be different. I think it's inevitable they're going to be different, you know, especially Trey. Kind of like we sort of lived through the whole quarantine thing with him a little bit. He was so open with it, writing songs on social media, all of this. So then, you know, predictions, just the obvious stuff like, you know, what's the tour opener going to be? It could be something specific to Arkansas, could be something specific to we haven't seen you in forever, or it could just be something like a Blaze On. So that's my official pick, Blaze On opener. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but, you know, also I did think, you know, maybe just a llama if they're going to go with something just basic and make it seem like a normal show, but not that it's going to be a normal show. By no means is it going to be a normal show. Whatever the opener is, that place is just going to erupt. So maybe they got to consider that and just not give you something too like, you know, even a Blaze On or a llama, man, that place is just going to go crazy. So maybe they want to back it off with something a little weird, like an obscure song that's a reference to Arkansas. Maybe throw the crowd off a little bit. That's a possibility. You know, you don't want them singing along right off the bat. You can't have them blowing their wad in the first 5 minutes. Even something like The Connection would do it. So anyhow, I'm going with Blaze On officially. It'll be a disaster. So maybe I better back off of that. And officially, I'm going with something Arkansas related. Something obscure that nobody really knows. People will claim they know, of course, after they've looked it up on the internet. So then, you know, I'm not going to go through a whole set list, but I am thinking songs like maybe Stash and Melt, Fee, of course. We're going to get even less of these songs, even a theme from the bottom. But, you know, they're going to make way. Are we going to get the new Trey songs from like the Lonely Trip album? Sigma Oasis, like Leaves and Thread and Evening Song. Evening Song may have even, did that sneak in maybe there on the Page and Trey December album as well? So I don't know. Is it possible Squirming Coil may now feature Trey if we get like an outro to a set with the Squirming Coil? You know, or the Ghost of the Forest song still going to be in there? I think they will, you know, and seeing how they're going to be different. You know, I feel like we might get less zingers there in the first set. You know, we're probably going to get more songs, I would think. You know, it's going to perhaps be a little bit more about the message. You know, they're late in 3.0. The songs kind of got to that point. All the love and soul songs, more, things like this. And then all the songs, most of the songs that were written during the time off here by Trey. And so I think it's going to perhaps, I don't want to say it's going to be more about the message than the music. Because I feel like we're always going to get part of our second set. You know, even if the second set is even kind of interrupted by a message late in the deal, we're still going to get that first 30, 40 minutes in the second set that's always going to be there, I think. Just improvised jamming, what a lot of people are still going to be there for, I hope. You know, I don't know. It's going to definitely be a chomper fest. Even people that aren't chompers are going to kind of be a chomper early on. I mean, so that's why I was talking about. They got to be careful with that opener, man. You know, just don't want a full-blown, like, happiness riot if they open up with, like, Wilson or something. So, yeah, that's the one worry. You know, not that there's even anything wrong with, like, Leaves and Thread, but I don't want to see songs like Melt going away. The Lonely Trip album, you know, it's a part of the whole deal now, but man, I just really don't know. And if we're getting Ghost of the Forest and Lonely Trip, we're starting to get a lot of songs, man, that aren't Trey. Maybe we just don't get any more covers, man. Maybe the British Invasion is a thing of the past. That's another possibility with all these new songs, which wouldn't be a bad thing if we just start, you know, Phish is smart, though. They always want to play some stuff. You got a full-blown chomper that doesn't know anything. They got to hear something they can recognize. You got to hit them with some Zeppelin or a Loving Cup or something, you know. I don't know. So, you know, fewer first set goodies. You're going to get more songs. These 12, 13, 14 song first sets, maybe. You know, not enough room for a 9-minute Undermine or 11-minute Wolfman's Brother. Things like that. That could be a bit of a problem. I don't know. I don't know if it's a problem, but that would go more along the message thing there. You know, lyrically, vocally, for the more you get in, the more the message is spread by Mr. Anastasio. So I don't know, guys. That's about, will the strings sit in? That's possible, you know. Maybe a set, a show, maybe even a run, something like that. I don't know if I could see him doing a whole night, but I could certainly see him sitting in for a set somewhere along the line, even if it's all the way down the road at Vegas. That's a very strong possibility. A Vegas sit-in by the Rescue Squad. Or go all the way back to New Year's Eve. Let's not get too far ahead, though. We were supposed to be talking Summer Tour. Somehow Vegas sneaks in there. So anyhow, those are my picks. I think I did pick an opener. I think I talked a little bit about how they'll be different as far as, all right, we're not going to recap the preview. Recap of the preview. All right, guys, somebody else has got that job. All right, guys, boom, we're out of here. Like I said at the beginning too, man. If you missed the beginning and you're here at the end, it's not how this works. All right, guys, boom. Hopefully, I'm going to do a little what do you call that? A premiere of this video. Although we're only at 5.5 minutes, man, it's not much of a premiere. You know, the idea is to chit chat with you guys a little bit. And let's be honest, try to get Woody B and Bob K and Smooth Concrete and those guys to bust out the wallet. We know that's never going to happen, though, but all right. What do you think about this lighting? Ain't bad, man. A little tropical feel over here. That's a real live plant, man. Definitely going to have it in there in the Mexico deal. That's the other thing, man. I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, and I don't want you to feel like it's unrelated to the other day. I mean, hell, I thought about re-uploading that video. That's how much I've turned from the other day, man. Yeah, fuck them. I just don't know if it's going to be an every night thing, but I'm torn. I feel like, look, man, if I'm going to do these recaps, I'm there. You know, since 2014, I think I've missed like 2 or 3 shows or something. So I'm like, if I do it every single night as fast as possible. That's my style. But then I'm like, maybe I'll just dip in for the big shows. We'll see. Lots changed, man. Trey's not the only one that changed during quarantine. All right, I'm gonna stretch it on Spud. Thank you, Bob K. I doubt if you're here. Smooth Concrete. I'm gonna ban you soon if you don't donate. And then Dan Z, of course, I'm sure. Maybe Tim, DH, Bouncing Soul. Maybe some of these fellas even came by. Mary Elizabeth, she's in there. She fell asleep watching Dusk Till Dawn. No, wait, we were watching something before Dusk Till Dawn. She crashed out on. We made a run up to Michigan. What are you gonna do? Got some days off here. All right, get ready to hit you with the big boom at the 7-minute mark. If you tuned in late, sorry, man. Go back and watch it. It's on demand. That's how YouTube works. You can subscribe, too. You don't have to unsubscribe. Most of the time when I post a video now, people unsubscribe. I don't know. I would, too. I would never have subscribed to me in the first place. But if I did, and then lately, I'd be like, I'm bouncing on this guy. I don't care how great his hair is. I am out of here. Oh yeah, 4th of July, straight Kosovo around here recently too, the last 2 nights. I was telling Mary, I was like, I don't think the fireworks will be as bad tonight. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Have a happy summer tour.